Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I hope you've had a wonderful day today and that you've been able to just take some time and just spend some time with the Lord and His Word and in His presence. The daily reading today was 1 Samuel chapters 7 through 8. I want to just briefly go over chapter 8. What you see here is the Israelites were asking for a king. Now, why did they ask for a king when they already had judges? I think ultimately they wanted to be like the other nations. And rather than trusting God and providing for their needs and for guiding them, they wanted something else. They wanted a king, someone they could physically see to do that for them. I think this can be a reminder for us to examine our own hearts and our own motivations. You know, are we seeking God's will and trusting Him and His timing, trusting Him to provide for us, or are we asking for things out of a lack of trust? Do we really trust Him and His plan for our lives? And those are things that we should evaluate, we should contemplate on. And this story really does challenge us to examine our hearts and ensure that our trust is firmly rooted in God and Him alone. So there are 3 points here. I think the first one you can see is that we need to trust in God's sovereignty. Instead of seeking worldly desires out of fear or insecurity, we should be calling on God and trusting in His perfect plan for us. Proverbs 3, verses 5 through 6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and do not lean on your own understanding. In all of your ways acknowledge Him and He will make your paths straight." We've actually been teaching our kids that Bible verse, and it's something that we should think on daily and reflect on daily. The second point is to always seek God's will. Instead of asking for things out of selfish ambition, we should seek God's will and trust in His timing and His provision. James chapter 4, verses 3 through 4, it says, "You ask and you do not receive, because you ask wrongly, to spend it on your passions. You adulterous people, do you not know that friendship with the world is enmity with God? Therefore, whoever wishes to be a friend of the world makes himself an enemy of God." It's a hard but good reminder that our focus and our heart's desire should truly be on God and His desire for our lives. And when we put Him first, all those other things will follow. And we can trust Him to know what's best for us. You know, He knows things that we do not know. He knows situations, He knows people, He knows the heart of people, He knows the characteristics of people. He understands what's going on in ways that we never will. So we can trust Him because He has our lives in His hand and He has our best interest at heart. And the third point I want to go over is we should always put God first. Just as the Israelites were reminded to put God first in their lives, we are called to prioritize our relationship with Him above all else. In Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 through 38, it says, "And He said to them, 'You shall love the Lord your God with all of your heart, with all of your soul, and with all of your mind. This is the great and first commandment.'" And that's what I want us to really think on tonight as we end this. Are you putting Him first? Is He the one that you love with all of your heart, mind, body, soul, with everything in you? Because if you truly love Him, you want to honor Him, you want to please Him, you want to put Him first. And what's so beautiful about the Lord is even when we make mistakes, He is there with us. He is there. We can cry out to Him and He's there to pick us back up. His grace has no limits. His mercy is endless. And He loves us so much. The least we could do is dedicate our lives to Him and put Him first above all things. I love you guys. I hope you have a good day. I hope this encourages you. And I hope you can continue to put Him